everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm recommending some summer romances. So one of you guys actually suggested that I recommend some summery romances, and I thought that would be the perfect romance recommendation for June. So that is what I'm doing. I am recommending some summer romances. Some of these actually take place in the summer, and I have some that just kind of remind me of summer or that I read during summer and kind of remind me of that time of year. So I figured I would just go ahead and recommend a couple of them for you. So let's just get started. The first one I'm going to recommend is Where I Belong by J. Daniels. This is book 1 in the Alabama Summer series. And this definitely reminds me of summertime. I don't even think I read it during summer or anything like that. And this follows Mia, who goes home for the summer to spend time with her best friend. She ends up having a one-night stand with a guy, and turns out that he is her best friend's brother. Like, she didn't recognize him or anything like that, and like she finds out a couple days later that it was him, and things take off from there. Super funny, super cute. I also love the rest of the books in this series as well. They're all pretty summery and just really fun and entertaining reads. The next book that I have to recommend is A Place in the Sun by R.S. Gray. And this follows Georgie, who is tired of her mother trying to be a matchmaker for her, so she decides to just take a vacation and she goes to Italy. Georgie ends up having a one-night stand. She is kind of starting to fall for him, and they keep like kind of running into each other, and he ends up like rescuing her a few times. Yeah, it's super cute. Definitely gives off great summer vibes, and definitely a solid romance from R.S. Gray. The next one I have to recommend is Isn't She Lovely by Lauren Lane. This is book 0.5 in the Redemption series. I actually do recommend this entire trilogy, but I'm specifically recommending the first, or like the 0.5 novella, because I thought it was really, really good, and I just remember really loving it. And this one does take place in the summer. I think the rest of the books in the series also take place in the summer. I think, I'm not really sure. It's been a really long time since I've read them. But this follows Stephanie, who is going to film school to become a screenwriter, and she gets partnered up with Ethan, who is like the typical trust fund kid, and she is like completely opposite. She's very like dark wardrobe, piercings, gothic kind of vibes, and so they butt heads immediately, and Stephanie is trying to win over this guy, and I think Ethan is trying to get over his ex, and so they decide that they both kind of want to help each other out, and so they start fake dating, and obviously it becomes something more. And this is super cute. I really loved it. It's like almost 300 pages. A great little novella, something really easy and just really great and very swoony. The next one I have to recommend is Feels Like Summertime by Tammy Faulkner. This is a standalone, a second chance romance slash like childhood best friends. Katie and Jake fell in love when they were 16 during a summer, and then they both went their separate ways, and both had lives, both moved on. Katie is married with 3 kids, and something happens in her life that makes her go back to the town or place that she first met Jake. They both are there, they're both reunited, they both kind of fall back in love, and she has some secrets on her side. He has stuff going on with him, and yet they just feel so safe with each other, and it's super cute, and I really, really like this. I read this years ago, but I remember really loving it, and I highly, highly recommend it. I feel like Tammy Faulkner is just really great at writing romances. I highly recommend this one if you want a quick yet heartfelt summer romance. The next one I have is not really summery, but it reminds me so much of the summer for some reason, even though it's probably more of like a fallish book, and that is Bittersweet by Serena Bowen. I think because it does take place on a farm, it does remind me of summer. I feel like this could be more of a fall book. So this follows Griffin, who is a farmer. Like, he's taken over the family farm and he's trying to help raise his siblings and help take care of his mom and his grandfather. And 5 years ago, he had a one-night stand with Audrey. She is trying to help the restaurant that she works with, and so she like needs a supplier, and that's how she ends up going to Griffin's farm, and she actually ends up like hitting the ditch and he has to save her, and they're kind of reunited, and he doesn't really have time to deal with her, and like he feels like he's being distracted by her and he just doesn't really have time for it. Obviously the purpose of the trip is just to have a supplier for the restaurant, but things become more super cute. I really liked it. It gives me summer vibes but also fall vibes, so you could probably read this in like August. And yeah, I just really enjoyed this. I have 2 more quick recommendations. The first one is the Unnie Mooners by Christina Lauren. This is a perfect summer read. Most of this book takes place in Hawaii and it's just super cute. Definitely gives like the vacation vibes. I wish I had like a tropical vacation to go on, but this follows Olive and Ethan, who hate each other, who despise each other. Their siblings are about to get married, and at the wedding everybody gets food poisoning from the buffet except for Olive and Ethan because they didn't have any, and their siblings suggest that they go on their honeymoon for them and to take the vacation because it's non-refundable. Things happen where they kind of have to like fake that they're married, and super cute, definitely summery. Highly recommend. And the last one that I quickly want to mention is like an entire series. I'm only holding up the first 3, but that is the Rosemary Beach series by Abby Glines. This is such a summery series. I highly recommend reading this series in the summer because it just gives off summer vibes. So I highly recommend that you read this series. Also, her Sea Breeze series is a really good series to read in the summer as well. These are actually my favorite in the entire series. There's like 12, 13 books out, something like that. I can't keep track of them all, to be honest, but these are definitely my favorite 3 in the series. The first book, Fallen Too Far, follows Blair, who her mother has passed away, and she is kind of on a mission to find her father, and so she goes to Rosemary Beach where her father has this new family, and so she goes there expecting to find her dad. Her dad's not really there, but she meets Rush, who is supposedly her stepbrother, and Rush and Blair immediately do not get along, and he kind of lets her stay at the house until her dad comes back. They fall in love, and it's super cute, super dramatic, super over the top, but definitely a great and fast summer read. So those were all my summer romance recommendations. Let me know if you have any other romance recommendations to read during the summer or that take place in the summer. Please let me know because I am actually looking for some. I feel like it was really hard to come up with this list and like actually remember books that take place during the summer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a like, subscribe, follow me on all my other social media, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!